Okay, welcome back to another session of 1 hour Godlands farming. Just be bringing my samurai out for some potion farming. My main priority right now is Wiz and Vit. Specifically Wiz for my paladin who's almost 8-8 again, so I can actually get my Hall's exaltations on him. But I'll do just about anything. Like the sprite world from the sprite god. I'll do that. I still do need the dex. I'm not sure if I've done one of these videos since this happened. I don't think I have, but I lost my knight that I was rebuilding. I was leading I was leading a fungal, and then I just human decoy for the monstrosity in the last phase. I messed up bad on it, and then monstrosity almost sat on me, which armor broke me, confused me, sickened me, and dropped me to very low health, and then I was running away from it, and then I got killed by a fractal, unfortunately. Which is actually one of the few times I've ever died to a Fractus. I've died over 40 times in Fungal and Crystal, and only a few of them, only like maybe 3 to Fractals. And then I also died on my Wizard. I was doing potion farming. I wasn't recording, it was just potion farming with some other fungal staff. And then I got into I was in Godlands. I forgot I was in Godlands. I tabbed to Discord, and when I tabbed back, I was dead. But really, because I was fortunate enough to get a Mad God Horn blueprint, really the only big loss was that it was an 8-8 wizard and not so much because of any of the gear on it. It was Cosmic Paraspell T15 Horn, but I can forge the horn again. Um, and honestly, I kind of put it on as an afterthought because I had an extra one. And I can also forge the Paraspell because I do have that blueprint. And if you don't have that blueprint, it's actually one of the blueprints that's available in the Nexus for Fame. You just need to uh, go around Nexus until you find it. It also has the Celestial Blade and Aether Orb on that blueprint, so I would highly recommend spending the Fame to get that one. Very much worth it if you play like any of those classes, a Katana class, Mystic, or Wizard. Like if you play them at all and you don't have like Doku or Enforcer or something, unless the only one you play is Katana classes and you have like Doku or Enforcer or something like that. But overall, a very good blueprint. I probably shouldn't. Oh, there's the crab. Nexus! Oh my. That was not an auto Nexus. Go into my vault to prove them on the production client, not like a third party one. So you can see the water's fine. I don't have the map hacks. Not gonna cheat. I don't know what the other ways to hack check are, but um, certainly it's very obvious that I'm on the production client unless there's something else that I'm not aware of. But if there is something else to determine whether it's a hacked client or not, you can definitely tell that I don't have it, at least in my vault. Shame that whenever somebody has a clutch nexus like that, they're accused of auto. I just saw my samurai's life flash before my eyes, which would have been very unfortunate. This is what I currently have for the fame on it. 57k death. What do I need for my dungeon collection? Oh my. Oh my. First I'm going to put these potions away. Then I'll show the characters that I'm working on maxing. See into my vault. The reason I have the HP potions on this samurai is because I did an O3 the other night, and I was fortunate enough to get a centaur shielding from it, actually, as well as wings of sanctity, and I fed the wings, so just needed the health potions to be able to do that. Got these potions in my vault from the daily calendar. I'll take the Ichor out for extra space. So first priority is the paladin, actually. Just need 9 wisdom for that. And then probably going to the Huntress, get that 13 speed to 8/8 that. I got a Void Bow from a Void Quest chest recently, which I am quite happy about. And I've got the Knight there, obviously. That's where I'm funneling my defense, Dex, and Vit. And I'm going to put the Wiz there after I finish the Pally. Then the Wizard mainly for the attack, and then the Life and Mana whenever I get it. This rogue is one of my oldest characters. This is the Paladin that replaced my God Paladin, which will be the backup when this one dies. Warriors just made this one after the O3 event, and gonna be, once I max my Wizard on attack, gonna start putting attack potions onto him. Ninja, Priest, Trickster, Sorcerer, Assassin, Archer, and Necro I'll just max when I when I finish the main characters, not in any particular order, just it'll happen eventually. Those are all pretty old characters because I don't really play on them. I believe Minotaur was not open when I started the recording, so that means that it's a fresh realm now. I'll will I hop to it when this one closes? Oh, is there a lost sentry over there? I was imagining things. Oh, there are aliens. Um, I did a blue aliens earlier. I'm just going to get some of the low tier dungeon completions. I did a blue aliens earlier, and I got the core from it, which I was extremely surprised by. I just want the dueling daggers. That is the only alien white bag I have not gotten. And then of course that's the reskin of the corruption cutter, and it took me so long to get the regular corruption cutter too. I remember so well I was really grinding to try to get one during a cursed library event. It was a chest event. Oh, it was such a tease. Not because I particularly really want it for dagger classes. I don't play them too much. I'm a I'm very much a melee main, with or at least a heavy armor main. Paladin's my favorite class, probably my main, and then Knight after that, and then actually Wizard and Samurai are both very close behind. So that's where my head's at right now. Warrior I didn't used to like so much at 8/8, but oh, there's a theater. I'm liking it. I really liked it for the O3 event. You may have seen the unmaxed O3 experience videos I made where I was just bringing 08 or well, it wasn't strictly 08. I think when I started recording those, I actually got the warrior got a warrior to 2/8 life and mana from all the completes I managed to get um on him. So I started calling it unmaxed instead of 08. But um I mentioned there that I liked warriors for that specifically because the speedy on the ability is so useful when you have when you have low speed to start. Like Paladin's my favorite class. My first O3 completes were on 08 Paladins. My first five actually. And the speed it was just so low. It had like 30 speed. I think on those five the speed I had ranged from 30 to 47, and the 47 was the outlier because I got the Santa sleigh candy from the chest in the castle because it was the Oryx Miss event. There was a chest in Oryx's castle. So I actually had 37 speed, and then excluding that, it was just between 30 and I think 38 speed. So it was slow, it was scary. Uh, and for the warriors, I have generally less speed, like 26 or so, but you have the speedy ability that the paladin, you need to drink so many speed potions to get up to that. If you're just leveling in realms, you're not going to get all the speed potions you need to be able to do that. So so it was nice for there. Survivability is very comparable, and yeah, DPS is basically you're you're gonna be getting enough damage. I was using I think tier 9 swords most of it. There's the UFO. I want to do blue aliens because I want the dueling daggers. Um, oh, I got off on a tangent on that, but that last library event, it was a chest event. So From the chest, I got a white bag. I was very excited. I was like, "Oh, is this finally gonna be my corruption cutter?" And it was the scholar seal. Pain. And scholar seal's pretty good, especially as a pally main, but I wanted the I wanted the corruption cutter. And then did the and I went and did second. I got a white bag from that one too, and I was like, "Oh, I got the cutter finally." That's when I found out that second boss can also drop the Necronomicon. I did not know that. I thought I could just drop the corruption cutter in the white bag. Keep in mind that this was the same library 10 minutes before the chest event ended. I got the two white bags that I did not want from it. This game is sentient, but then eventually I did get in a later chest event. Or no, it might not have even been an event. It was probably just doing a library. I got it. I don't remember, but I was happy about that. But the point is, the dueling daggers is the only alien white bag that I haven't gotten, and I can't complete my white bag list until I get one. I'm doing red now so I can get the complete. Actually, normally, I don't care too much about the completes unless I'm doing really well, but the aliens were in the realm. I like doing the red dungeon too. It wouldn't hurt to get another Dogu. Um, if I get a Doombo, which is I'm trying to remember what it's called, the Sun's Judgment, or the Tezcatlipoca's Tail, Comet of Calamity, I think that's what it's called. Then then I'll probably feed them. I might keep the staff, but I'm probably gonna feed the Doombo if I get it. Hey, white bag. Yeah, Sun's Judgment. Yeah, I'm gonna feed that. That's the Doombo. I remember when Doombo was when it was so nice to get a Doombo. It was I started playing the game when there already was pretty um pretty respectable oversaturation of the UT bows. Like um I started playing just around Lost Halls 2.0, I think very shortly before that, and I got the I rev- I think at that time obviously Void Bow was out. It was very good. Leaf Bow was out. It wasn't as good as it is now. I think it was. I think it wasn't a good bow back then. Then there were Doom Bow and Coral Bow. Coral Bow is also something that's eluded me so much. I'll talk about that later. And oh, I remember this very well. My first Doom Bow. It was a 3/8 Archer. I believe speed, dex, and defense. I may be mistaken though. And my set was 11, 4, 10 Expo Ring. And I died. I TP'd to Godlands into a God while I was running through the water from a Herm set piece after the Hermit God died, and I just got clapped by the Medusas. And I was very sad because I didn't even have the Doombow equipped when I died, so it didn't show on my Realm Eye. And even a note on top of that, I that was one of the only times I enjoyed doing the Old Abyss because I could just drag everything and then one-shot them with the Doombow. Because I was still so terrified of that dungeon. And and I completely avoided abysses entirely until I had another Doombow. So and now it's really just not that great anymore. Well, it's still good. Don't get me wrong. Oh yes, there's still blue dungeons though. It is still a good bow. It is just overshadowed by other bows like the leaf bow, the void bow obviously, the leaf bow, the T-shot now. T-shot got a pretty respectable buff, and yeah, I'll call this to get a few people here. T-Shot got a pretty respectable buff, especially when they took away the -5 speed. That was big. Alright, I'm going in. So, and there's also the Coral Bow. And Coral Bow, OTs have been very fickle on loot for me until the last OT event during Valentine's Day, I think. Yeah, I was doing OTs and events in pub halls. I was complaining to the EO who was leading actually. Yeah, OTs have been absolutely awful for loot for me. All I want is like 10 mana from this OT event, and I doubt I'll even get that even if I do over 100. The very first The very first OT, I got the Gem of Adoration, which was the red gem, which is what almost everybody was hunting for. Keep in mind, this was recent. This was a few months ago, like 3 months ago. So it was about approximately 3 years after I created my account. I got Coral Traps number 3, 4, 5, and 6 in that time. I've done a lot of OTs, um, and I would just never get anything. It was almost always just a P bag. Like I enjoyed it, but it was never worth it to me. Like it's kind of different than LOD. I'm actually one of those really weird people who actually enjoy enjoys doing LODs. Like they're fun. I'm not a fan of the Green Dragon though, but LOD is fun, at least in my opinion. If you disagree with me, that's fine because I'm in the minority here. I know that. I know so many people don't like doing LODs, but I've grown fond of them. Like if you're looking at it objectively, the risk reward and time reward ratio is abysmal. Like for the time you spend in there, you're not getting much out of it. Well, um, I don't know about that anymore because the lot armor's got pretty darn good buff. Like fire armor, it's very good now. It's not the best DPS armor. Like it's still going to be slept on a lot because people are just going to say, "Oh, Gladguard or Mercy Bane are still better," which um, because the meta or the attitude is so DPS centric right now, it is better in the current meta, but it's still a usable armor. It's still good. I even liked it before. I know I'm weird with some of my opinions what I liked and didn't like before. I have so much of it right now. This is great for my night. Um, like a lot of things that people don't like, I actually enjoy. Like for example, one of the examples is right now Gemstone Walkie. This is one of my favorite walkies actually. Like it's so cool. You actually won't catch me not going to be using it as much here because I've learned to get better at Eastern Winds, but I do like the Gemstone Walkie. It's a good walkie. It's not the best. Tier tier 7 is probably the best. It's one of the few items where the top tier is actually better than most of the UTs in terms of DPS usability. Like tier 7 is one of the best walkies almost all the time. I don't have one, otherwise I'd have it in over the Eastern Winds, but yes, it is a good walkie. Like here, you can see how the gemstone isn't great. The Eastern Wind just shreds them much better, but I still enjoy the gemstone. Normally, I don't stay on the parts with the bosses when they first spawn because I have a little bit of invulnerability, but I need my dueling daggers. Well, I just really want them. Probably not going to use them for a while, but yeah, you can see that the Eastern Winds just is more effective. But I do like gemstone. Especially Russian Abysses. I'll show that. I didn't get a chance to show. I'd want a Doku for that. I've tried. I mentioned that a while ago in another one of these potion farming videos that you probably haven't seen. Probably isn't anyone watching this one, but whatever. Like just commenting over what's happening in the game as a way to pass the time. sharing some stories. I'm not like trying to get super popular on YouTube. Like my content's low quality, I know that. Not edited, not cutting anything else, just raw gameplay with commentary. Is gonna be the boss? Yeah, it is. So I'm putting this out here in the very off chance that somebody wants to see it and that finds it. So it's still something I enjoy just talking over the game, even though I know it's probably not going to be seen by like anyone. So I mentioned that rushing the abyss. This was right before I got my enforcer. Or no, right after it. Right after I got this enforcer. I commented about rushing the abyss. The gemstone walkie makes it so much easier because it just shreds everything. And then the Doku proc is very helpful too. I mentioned like if I find an abyss, I'll rush and see how the Doku compares to the enforcer. And I didn't find an abyss that time, so I didn't get to rush it. But I have rushed abysses since. I find it personally much easier and much less stressful to rush abysses when I'm using the Doku and the Gemstone Walkie as opposed to the Enforcer. See, we'll see if there's another blue alien in the realm. I have so much of it. This is great. Ooh, a dwarf miner up. Oh, hey, someone else has the Gemstone Walkie. Probably should have used Ronin's on the big green. I'll make sure I use it. Do we have a Mystic? I think I saw one. Yep, there's a Gemstone Walkie. That's T13, Gemstone T14, T5. I think. Unless that was a UT and I'm just Pepega. I forgot I have tier levels on. And also the Gemstone Walkie gives 5 defense, which makes it very nice. Oh, hey, Narwash is here. Another fungal raid leader. UT, that's Ray Katana. That's a new Ray Katana. I am so Pepega. I probably should have looked at the items that I had, like the item tiers, because I had that on. Remember well when GHZD made his video and he just kept alluding to this feature and he was like, yeah, you probably noticed this by now because yeah, look, he was like exactly like this. Like I understand this, but perhaps have it disabled by default because it's making me want to delete my eyes. But I personally don't mind it. Even as someone who can generally tell what tier an item is without it. Like, not gonna get a Pogmer, obviously. Is the Sphinx still up? Let's find out. It is. Am I gonna miss it? I'm not. Very nice. Yeah, and also the Gemstone Walker, you don't have to aim it, you just need to press spacebar. I'm gonna get a Jug, I'm not. Alright, back to Vault. There we go. I can also just dump the HP potions. Don't really need them. Let's see, they'll grab a Doku. I'll feed the Doombo and then I'll switch to my Paladin. I think I do have a Wiz to drink on my Paladin. Yep. First things first, I'm gonna feed the Doombo. I have a lot less account fame because I splurged on, fed a lot of stuff that I didn't need, so I think I spent 28k fame last night, something like that, on feeding. Oh, full skip void just went up in pub. Okay, sorry about that. I bumped my mic, realized it wasn't picking up audio. I need a new mic. People were talking about, ah, yes, that's what the Tinker request is. Interesting. And the skins exchanger, is there anything here that I'd regret that I'm not able to get? Ghost Captain Rogue is pretty cool, but I have the Bachelor. Clockwork Mystic, I have that. Pretty cool skin. Crab Samurai. Don't really regret not having those. I'd I'd say I want the Templar Knight and the Clown Knight, but um, I want the Lambiosaurus. That's something I want. That's actually something that would get me to change my little Davy from my little Davy. All right, am I gonna do these? I'm definitely not gonna do the Daichi one. 8 mountain temples for a ring. Nah. But I'll drink the wisdom. I will drink the. Then I'll switch to my knight. Oh, I don't have a wisdom. Never mind, I was wrong. Can still pick up another item in my inventory. Oh, yes, I have those potions there. Switch to my knight. Oh, I got potion enthusiast. Very nice. Yep, knight is well on the way. There we go, looking nice. Is that it for now? No, I'll switch to my huntress. And then I'll be switching to my wizard. Speed potion, void bow, very nice. Maybe I'll do some potion farming on the huntress. Maybe I'll do that in a future video. Oh, you like how I organize my vault, by the way? This is how I organize my vault. I just click the buy type. I'm wondering if the vault bug is still a thing, where you drink a potion that removes it visually removes other items from your vault. If you were wondering, that's why I took the potion out of my vault and put it on my huntress to drink it. Let's see. Yes, it's still there. See the woodland huntress skin disappeared. But if we go into my pet yard, and then we go back into my vault, it's back. I've already consumed it, or activated it, which is why it's just sitting there. Same thing with the Wicked Dragon Wizard. Oh, my wizard actually doesn't have a skin, but I have a bunch of wizard skins. I'll go into Minotaur because I think Demon's about to close. Yeah, there's no one in Godlands here. Yuck. I'll go back into Demon then. Let's see. 9 rem. Oh, so that's a lot more than I thought it would be. So right now I'm looking for dungeons that drop wisdom and abysses. There's an abyss. Here, I'll show you. So I've got the Doku on with the damage proc, then the gemstone walkie. I just need to not mess this up. The piercing makes this a lot better too. See? It's just mopping up everything. Very efficient. Obviously, I did take some damage there. Oh, I've got another couple fellas. I don't think either of them will be rushing. There's a fourth. Necro. I'd be very surprised if any of them rush. Whereas they're probably looking at my set, like, oh, White Star, very good set. I'd be surprised if he's not rushing. I'm messing up here, clearly, but it'll be fine. I've still got plenty of HP pots that if it really gets bad, I can use them, as well as the Ickers. But yeah, the gemstone walkie is just so much better than all the other walkies because it circles and seeks out the enemies uh kill to kill them, and it does the majority of their health. You just need to hit them twice with that walkie, and then they're dead. It's definitely a very quirky item. It's fun to mess around with, but if we're looking at damage practicality, which is really the norm for how quote good an item is seen, then it falls in comparison to things like Eastern Winds, Crossing Fires, Tier 7, UDO. But it's my favorite Russian walkie. Like, sure, Eastern Winds does give the +5 speed, but I think the ability to just annihilate these enemies so easily more than makes up for it because I'm pretty quick already. I'm at 63 speed without Eastern Winds, so because I've got my base 55 speed and then the +1 from the exaltations for 56 and then the +7 from Gladguard for the 63. There we go, we're at boss. This is how I like to do Septavius. I like to use the gemstone walkie there, and then I just switch to Eastern Winds for the rest of it. Then into this phase, expose him again, and then I'll go into spawn his minions again, and then get it right, can expose all of them very quickly and get a pretty large portion of their health down with the Eastern Winds too, so just makes it easier. And then back to Gemstone for rushing. Just looking for tea rooms. There's one. Oh, they just left. I was watching the bottom right. I saw up they're still here. I called T, and when I look over, they're gone. Very nice. I just pressed I, so now I'm shooting all the time. Putting the Eastern Winds walkie on now just to get here faster because I know there's no enemies that I'll need to kill with the gemstone. I don't even need to shoot behind me when I'm using gemstone. I can just shoot in front and then gemstone will mop up everything behind me, which is very nice. At least for the lower health enemies like you see in the UDL. See? Just die so fast. I just overall wish it had a better reputation in the Realm community than it does, because it's fun to use. Again, it's not so flashy with the damage and whatnot. It has the potential to do huge damage. Like say there's an enemy like um say here. Say there's an enemy right there. That's like 350 damage every single tick. It is so much. It stacks up quickly, especially like sometimes I've used it. I'm gonna put this on just to Eastern Winds on to get back to the boss room. Sometimes it shatters. That's actually a big place. That's actually a big place where it's good. Oh, there's a nest event up. Interesting. Magic Woods. I like this dungeon. Um, the shatters, like the um, what is it? The first boss, and then when you're going into first switch too, you can get enemies stuck in those little areas. Get a walkie stuck there with them, and it just does so much damage so fast. I'd say I'd show you, but I really don't want to do a shatters right now. I know I have the Forgotten King quest today, but I just don't want to do shatters. Put on the Ronins to slow this thing. I love how that fairy just went straight for my pet and immediately got paralyzed and killed by the electric. Yeah, I'll put the Doku right there because it's more situational. Oh, I got a white bag. Spirit staff. Feed power, feed power. White bags look nice though. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Orange bags also look really nice too, which is something that I've really been got a bloodstone ring when I was doing the when I was actually was doing the O3 that I got the shielding in. Got a bloodstone ring at O2, and I was just like, orange bags have grown on me. They look pretty darn nice. Ooh, that could have been bad. That could have been very bad. Oh, looks like I might need the gemstone walkie to get through here. I want to do second, so I'm gonna clear these things. Or not the gemstone walkie, the eastern winds. So bad at confuse control. Oh nope, there wasn't a um thing. I'm gonna put Doku on to get the damage proc for the Tesla coils. And also the piercing is so good here. I wonder, can I get close enough to that to be able to hit it with the damage proc? I cannot. Yeah, that's further away, so. Enforcer may be the best DPS katana, but it's not the end-all be-all best for every situation. As you can see, if I switch to Enforcer now, well, that was a bad place to do it because there weren't really many enemies, but it's going to shred through this wall and can't really hold up against the piercing of the Doku. And I know T14 would be better than Doku, but I I do like the Doku. The damage proc is very nice. And now we'll switch back to the DPS build. The Enforcer and Eastern Winds to get this over with as quickly as possible. There we go. Wisdom Potion, very nice. Back to Doku, Gemstone Walkie. And I'll just run back. So you gotta go left here. Oh, that's not something I want to run through. Gonna kill the mini bot. Because if I got confused and ran onto that, that would be goodbye to my samurai. That's actually how I lost my best PPE. Sorcerer PPE. Um, 6-8. All the rainbows. Rushing a Mad Lab. Um, ran on top of one of those things. Died. That was the PPE. That was the character I got my very first Ogmer on. So, and it was a 6-8 PP. I think that's the old. Um, I've had a PP to 5-8 before, which was during Motmeg, which is actually my most recent one, but I don't think I've had any other ones 6-8. There we go. I could slow this, but I'd prefer just to expose it and shred through it as best as I can. Little known fact about this phase. Stand in this corner, you're fine. You'll never get hit if you stand in this corner. Assuming he's in the middle. Oh my. That could have been bad. Alright, now we kill it. P-bag. Oh, looking for potions. Alright. And back to Godlands. What was that dungeon? Just Sprite Worlds. Ooh, library. I've got to be careful when rushing these because of the bookworms. Like these things, they try to sit on you. We'll see that again if there's come across another one. Also, those headless specters are dangerous too, those things. Oh, this is the Honey Scepter room. What do you mean? Honey Scepter! It's Toaster's mark on the dungeon. Toasters loves the Honey Scepter. It's in, I believe, every dungeon he's made. I know it's in the Magic Woods. You can get the Easter egg of a room that looks like a Honey Scepter when you look at it. It's in the Wood Lab rework. Um, at least I think, unless I'm just pulling that out of my butt. I don't know. It's in the machine, obviously, with the Honey Scepter Supreme. So, speaking of the Honey Scepter, there's the blueprint. Just run back to get to second. Unfortunately, I didn't get a whiz from the boss. That's what I really wanted. I can get a Vit from second, though, assuming I don't mess up and die and or have to Nexus, because I do mess up at second boss occasionally. Yeah, Bookworm, it'll try to sit on you. They can be very scary when you're rushing. Most everything should be cleared, so I don't need to take care of the gemstone walkie, or use the gemstone walkie to take care of it. So just getting back to spawn. That's why I was on the eastern winds for the 5-speed. There we go. One of them was for some reason rotating the other way, like clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Maybe because of a wall collision or something. Oh, I got sick, and this is when people start choking, and by people I mean me. All right, attack and vet. Head into the realm portal. At 46 minutes now. That's fine. Probably another 15 or so, and then I'll end this recording. See if we can get a machine. I love the machine. It's my second favorite dungeon after fungal. Specifically fungal, not crystal. No machine. There we go. Ooh, frame skip when I got blinded. That happens far too much. That's actually gotten killed in crystallized monstrosity before. I get blinded by him and then I just frame skip around and then I get killed. Whenever I see the UDL slimes, it always reminds me of the old slimes, which and I always have a sigh of relief that I'm not dealing with those things. Hey, a tea room. Wisdom, very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'll leave this UDL with at least 5 wisdom. Maybe if there's another tea room, it'll be 6. Or if there's another tea room, it will be 6, unless I die. But I'm not gonna die in a UDL. Okay, there was that one time I was doing some really dumb stuff where I lost an 8/8 Knight in a UDL with a Banhammer, Shield of Pogmer, Rezu, and one of the Agents of Oryx rings. Just potion farming in one of the fungal staff VCs and or streaming to one of the HRLs, and then showed my vault. Is like it was just curious when I had vaulted to put some potions away. I was curious what was in my vault, so I got the most ridiculous set I could and was like, I'm going to do the first Godlands dungeon I find on this night. I was hoping it would be a snake pit or a sprite world. It was a UDL, and then I died because I forgot the Septavius Popsio. I was sitting right in the middle to stack up banhammer shots to try to get it over faster. Then he just appeared and insta-popped me. It was this phase. I was sitting right there, stacking up banhammer shots. That shotgun came out, boom. Yeah, I'm not making that mistake again. And we'll check for another tea room. And I'm heading back to Nexus after this one, whether there is a tea room or not. Because, yeah. Just put that in my backpack real quick. Oh, there could be a tea room down here. That in my front pack, I guess. No, there's not going to be a tea room here. Not enough space. And there can't be one there because there's not enough space. For the sake of being thorough. Yeah, no way. See? Could be one off of that left split, which is where I'm going. I'll put the eastern winds on now for the extra speed. Alright, back to Nexus. Oh, some people spell bombing in Nexus. Neat. Wisdom. Then Dex, Vit, more Wiz, more Vit, Speed, and an attack potion. Go in. These two are feed power. Almost fed the Doku there. Back into the realm. Theater. Nah. Still want the wisdom. Drop T cave? Yes, yes. No. Okay. Oh, that's an attack pod. Bro. See T cave? Guess not. Oh, sewers. Could get a sewers from the slime gods. I haven't done one of those in a while. On liches. I think I'll turn off the recording once this realm closes. There's a UDL. Very nice. Tea rooms, please. Please. Yeah, check the up first because the right is probably the path to boss. I want to go away from boss to try to find the tea room, any tea rooms that could be hidden here first. That almost could have been bad. I actually don't know how much damage that shotgun can deal to me. I'd prefer not to find out in case it is enough to kill me because I love the samurai. Melon samurai. Okay, someone else is here. I don't know how good the Sprite World Mace is. I've heard a lot of good talk about it, but I've never used it. I'll rush here, look for tea rooms. I'll let them rush to boss because that's what they seem content to do. Next time I make a summoner, I think I'll use it. Yeah, they're at boss, so I'll TP now. Like, I have it from the campaign. The first summoner campaign, that is. The other one where you could get the ST said I didn't get the full thing. I just got the ST mace from that, and that was it. I got up through the ST mace. Nope, they just left. Looks like they're not interested in tea rooms. I would have grinded. I could have grinded it harder, I'll be honest. Then I heard that the set wasn't that good, so there's the closed realm. I didn't grind it harder. to get better confuse control. You know, I think I'll go for the HTT. Could get a greater whiz from that. We'll see if I can still do them. Like, I think I will. Oh, I should have checked the recording length when the realm closed. But if I don't miss it, if I don't miss Orc's castle checking for a T room here, I'm going to do the HTT in castle. Even if I need to solo Janus. If there's an O3, if there's an O3 raid here, whatever, I'm not, or if there's an, yeah, if there's an O3 raid here, whatever, I'm not part of it. Like most of them are private runs or Discord runs, and I'm not in this realm via a server for an O3 run. So if someone wants to use the server for a run, use their own runes for it. I will not take that from them. My policy for O3s is I will always leave if specifically asked to leave, or if I know it's an O3 and I know that I don't have a good enough set for the standard that they're setting. And that's just being a respectful person. That's not anything that's particularly difficult to do. And I will never track people for, or I was going to say 403s, but just in general. If I think I might have missed it because I'm infinite loading. We'll see. Maybe I came in at just the wrong time. Yeah, I missed it. Oh well. Yep. All right. Oh, EUS is crowded now. Maybe there's an admin in Nexus. I'll try again. Oh. So I'm just gonna end this here. Um, if you watch, I know this is cliche, but I can't really thank you enough because like you want to listen to what I have to say. Like it's a low quality game. It's a low quality video. I know that. Like not edited at all. I don't know no idea how the audio's balanced, etc. Not really trying to make good quality videos, but if you were watching it was probably more because you want to hear what I have to say. And thank you for that. And if you have been regularly following my channel, which I don't think anyone has been, and I don't expect anyone to, um, then you know that this content is pretty infrequent, pretty irregular. Like pretty much just I do it when I feel like it and I have the chance to. I'm not gonna stream because I can't confine myself to a regular, or I can't cons consistently stick to a regular schedule like that. Although what I'm doing is really just like streaming and then putting it on YouTube. But it is what it is. So we'll just end the recording here and wishing the best of luck to anyone who's listening.